So you think you've been defamed. Let me spend a few moments with you and discuss the general overview of the law of defamation so you can make a better informed decision about whether you have been defamed or not. I can tell you that recently there's been so much going on in society, and there's so much that's happening with social media and out there in the world that people really don't give thought to what they put on social media, and sometimes they say defamatory statements. But let's go back in Indiana. What is defamation and how can you prove it? Well, the first thing, defamation is a false statement of fact. I use the word fact because it has to be a false statement of fact. You can't go ahead and sue somebody for defamation if the statement is opinion. So if the statement starts with, I think, I believe, things along those lines, I think that this person is fat. I think that this person may have done something that was underhanded. I think, I believe, things like that may cause an issue with your defamation case because it has to be a false statement of fact. And the other term that you will see when it comes to defamation claims is this term called actual malice. And so what does actual malice mean? Well, generally, that you knew or should have known that the statement that you were making of fact is false. The other thing that you need is you need to show that the statement was published. How is a statement published? It can be orally, could be out in public, and it can be said to multiple people. It can be in writing, and nowadays we see a lot of times with social media. Probably recently, the most famous defamation case that we're following was the Amber Heard with her husband, Johnny Depp. And so what we saw there and what the alleged defamation was is that she came out and said that he was an abuser. And so the jury came back and they said, hey, you did not prove that he was an abuser, and he actually proved that your statements were false, and therefore he was able to receive damages. Now, defamation falls into two categories. The easiest claim to pursue is what we call defamation per se. That means the words in and of themselves, if they were false and done with actual malice, and they said certain things, that your damages are already proven. For instance, I am a lawyer. If somebody were to get online and say that Guy DiMartino is a crook, or Guy DiMartino has a sexually transmitted disease, or Guy DiMartino is a criminal, and those facts were false, I can go ahead and prove my case up as defamation per se, where the actual damages I will not have to prove. The damages come along because that's defamation per se. Because what somebody is doing is they're accusing me of a crime, they're accusing me of a sexually transmitted disease, or they're accusing me as a lawyer of doing something that was either illegal or immoral or against the rules of professional conduct for an attorney. The other category of defamation is per quad. And you can have statements that are false and done with actual malice. But for this category of defamation, you have to show actual damages, that you lost a job, that you had some health problems, that you had some mental health problems, things along those lines. So there you have it. Defamation is tough if you are going to bring the claim. Defamation claims are very fact specific. So it's important that you get all the facts, you get everything documented, and then you and your lawyer can go ahead and review the facts to see if you have a valid claim or not. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I am Guy DiMartino, meeting you at the intersection of law and medicine. Have a great day.